Elisa, why do you tend to focus on duplexes instead of single family homes? Yeah, that's a great question. There's an article where we talk about why we focus on 2 to 4 units as a kind of good starting point. So the reason why duplexes versus single family homes, one reason is that single family homes aren't meant to be investments, whereas duplexes are. Duplexes and fourplexes are built to be investments. So they don't single family homes don't operate as well as an investment. I think that's one kind of reason. Another reason is that if you think about it from the expense side, it's actually a lot more duplexes and fourplexes are a lot more efficient. You have one roof over 4 units or one roof over 2 units versus one roof over one, right? And so it's just a lot more cost efficient in that way. And it's just not just the roof, there are other components that are like that. And then
I'm going to come up with two more reasons.
From vacancy would be
Yeah,
another one.
vacancy is another one, right? Because if you have one renter and that renter's gone, you're losing money every single month. But if you have a fourplex and you have one renter gone, it's usually you're still cash flowing some if you bought it at a reasonable price. And then the last one is actually depreciation. So for us, because we have real estate professional tax status, when we buy a property, we are able to take a big loss using something called bonus depreciation that first year. And so you think about a fourplex versus a single family home, with this, let's say you bought a single family home for 400,000 or a fourplex for 400,000. There's gonna be a lot more items in that fourplex because you've got four dishwashers, 4 sinks, 4 places with carpet, that you can depreciate that first year. So you're going to get actually more money proportionally back in your depreciation than with your single family home. Now, that being said, there are some markets where single family homes are going to be much more common, and it's going to be what the renters are looking for. And like, if you have a market like Oklahoma City comes to mind where Section 8 is really, really common and you can charge per bedroom, then maybe you decide to get single family homes and focus on that. And maybe you get a couple duplexes. I mean, it's going to be a little bit different in the market. And we've had some single family homes too, just for diversification. And they're more of a appreciation play in a way, because whether or not they appreciate is market. So that can go against you if the market drops, but it can also work for you if the market gains value. And so that's just another thing to keep in mind with single family homes is they can appreciate with market appreciation, but they could also depreciate more than an investment property where the value is based on what you're bringing in income.
Yeah, and then one other reason is forced depreciation, right? So we talk about cash flowing rentals. So you think that it's all about cash flow, but honestly, with cash flowing rentals, the biggest value driver is forced depreciation. And what that is when you can increase the income of a property, you can increase its value. And so with a single family homes are valued based on what's going on in the market. And that market can go down, right? Whereas with forced depreciation, it doesn't matter what's going on with the surrounding market. If you can increase the income of that property, then the value is going to go up. Okay. And that's that's the beauty of forced depreciation. You have control over what happens to that value. And so, and it can be very, very significant. I was just talking to this morning with a student who is actually already out there looking at putting in an offer on 3 fourplexes. And he's looking to increase the rents from $600 to $750 per unit. If he's able to do that after doing some renovations, he's going to increase the value of this property by $300,000. That's the calculation that we just did this morning. Just by going from $600 a month to $750. And the market rent is $750. It's just that these units are under rented. And also they need a little bit of TLC. He's going to have to put in about $6,000-$7,000 in per unit. But even with that, he's only putting 6,000 times 12 units, right? So 72,000, and he's going to appreciate this thing 300,000.
3 fourplexes, yeah.
No, 3 fourplexes, yeah. So $72,000 investment to renovate them, $300,000 in appreciation.
Right, and if he has reps, then he can also take in that bonus depreciation, and then he's also writing off part of the rehab as well.
Correct. Yes. So, so that's why duplexes and fourplexes, because they're valued much more on their income as opposed to what's going on in the market.
I would also add one more thing, not specifically for duplexes to fourplexes to single family homes, but duplexes to fourplexes to go to versus like going out and buying a 30 unit up front. One of the beautiful things about our situation now, because we have so many little properties, is we can kind of use them almost like chess pieces. And so right now we are buying it's going to be like, well, it's a 12 unit. We're going to hopefully turn it into a 14 unit, but we literally
Hopefully.
we are going to.
Okay. Hopefully. We don't use hopefully. Okay.
Anyway, so we put 3 of our duplexes up for sale just to see what would happen. And now we have 3 duplexes under contract, and we're in such a great position because, people are coming back and saying, okay, I want a reduction on this. And we're like, no, we don't really care if we don't sell it, because as long as we sell 1 out of 3, we're going to have enough money for the down payment for that other property. And so we're not really motivated sellers anymore, but we've literally been able to use our different little properties as chess pieces, rolling over and going bigger. And if we only had gone out and bought 130 unit property in the first place, which we didn't have the money for, but if we had done that, we wouldn't have all these chess pieces. I love little properties for this.
Yeah.